Good morning, guys. It's Gigi. How's everyone doing this morning? It is happy Thursday. I'm over here at my stove. We're not going to be over here the whole time, but I wanted to show you what I'm doing. I have got 2 sticks or 1 cup of butter. I have toasted some oats this morning. I toasted them in a 350-degree oven, and just to let them get a little toasty. And what I'm doing right now is I'm browning some butter. We're going to do some brown butter cookies this morning. So I'm just staying close to my butter so that I don't let it scorch. And then I'm going to be moving us over here. You can see I've got all my ingredients and stuff laid out. We're going to make some cookies together. So y'all let me just finish browning this butter. And I'm going to move our toasted oats and our brown butter over there. I got to give the brown butter just a little bit of time to cool down. And I'm going to move us over there and get us set up over there so we can put these cookies together, okay? All right, I've got our oats toasted in this bowl. We've got our brown butter. And what we're going to do is, today I'm just cooking. No apron. I just got this big old floppy sweatshirt on, and I'm just in here just baking up some cookies. And I said, I'm going to get all my stuff organized and get it together, bring my sweet followers along, and we're going to bake these cookies together. I've got 2 cookie sheets lined with parchment paper, and so let's assemble our cookies. Let me grab my paper towel I left laying over there. So let's just assemble these cookies together and get them in the oven. I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees, okay? I'm going to be looking over here at my recipe, just make sure I'm doing everything. I've got my Old Faithful cookbook that I have a lot of my recipes written down in. So I'm going to be looking at it and making sure that I'm not leaving anything out, okay? So to this bowl, we have got 2 cups of rolled oats. You saw earlier in the video where I toasted those in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes, okay? And let me make sure that I'm even telling you that right, that that's how long I toasted them. I'm pretty sure. Yes, 350 degrees, toasted them for 15 minutes, okay? All right, so in a large bowl, we're going to, let me slide that back out of the way. That's just our toasted oats. We'll get to those just a minute. We're going to combine everything. But I've got 1 cup of brown sugar in here, and then I'm going to add another cup. Recipe calls for 2 cups of brown sugar. And right here is where I'll tell you, y'all know this measures just like regular brown sugar, okay? But this is 0 calorie, plant-based, organic brown sugar, 0 calorie sweetener, okay? So that's what I'm using, okay? And then let me grab I was letting it cool down just a little bit. Y'all can see the golden color. This is what your butter looks like when you do it in your saucepan. You just do it slow. You just almost keep it at just barely a boil to a simmer. I stirred it constantly until I got this rich brown color, okay? So that's 2 sticks or 1 cup of brown butter going in with our brown sugar, okay? Okay. Gonna mix oh, that smells so good. You could just smell that brown butter as soon as it hit that molasses that's in that brown sugar. So we're just mixing the 2 of these up, and then we're going to just sit that over to the side. And then we're going to measure out, like I said, we've got 2 cups of our toasted oats. And what did I do with my 1 cup? I'll just use this one that I had the brown sugar in. I'm going to measure out 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I think 2 cups. Let me get a spoon instead of a fork. Okay, let's see here. Yes, 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And just so that I've got my measurements right, I'm going to spoon it into my 1 cup. That's 1 cup, and we want 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Don't want to pack it, just want to lay it in there lightly. Like, that's why I'm just spooning it in there. And two cups of all-purpose flour. All right, let's push that out of the way. Then also to this, I've got measured out already for the sake of time, but I've got a half a teaspoon of baking soda in here and a teaspoon of salt, okay, going in with our dry mixture. Also into here, I am going to add 1 cup of shredded coconut, okay? This is the sweetened coconut. You can use the unsweetened if you would like. I'm just using what I had on hand. And then I'm also doing 1 cup of mini chocolate chips. There again, I like to use the Lily's brand. This is the milk chocolate. You can use dark chocolate, you can use white chocolate, just whatever, but I'm using the Lily's baking chips, okay? And we're gonna put those in. And then we're going to do a teaspoon. Okay, that's all of our dry. Let's do a teaspoon of vanilla. Love vanilla. Love it, love it, love it. That's my vanilla from Mexico that my in-laws brought me back from their cruise trip. Okay, and then we're going to do 2 eggs, room temperature eggs. That's 1 and 2. Okay. Combine the eggs, the vanilla, in with the brown sugar and the brown butter. Give all that a good mixture. Let me go back over it. I've got 1 cup of brown butter, 2 sticks, 2 cups of brown sugar, 2 eggs, teaspoon of vanilla, and then in this bowl, I've got my toasted oats, my rolled oats, or quick oats. And we toasted those at 350 degrees for 15 minutes. I've got a cup of shredded coconut in here, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt, okay? And then in a large bowl, we've creamed together the butter and the brown sugar. We added in the eggs and the vanilla, okay? And then in this bowl, okay, we're gonna set aside those wet ingredients. And in this bowl, we have got our toasted oats, our shredded coconut, our flour, baking soda, and our salt, our chocolate chips. And then this is where we're gonna combine the 2 together. Smells so good. Smells so good. Let's make sure we get. Sorry, this is usually where I use my. When I'm using a glass bowl, I try to remember to use my plastic spatula, which I did have, sitting right here beside me. We're going to combine all of this together till it's well incorporated. I think I will need my stronger, cookie batter. It gets kind of thick once it's mixed together. Before this is over, I may wish I had my apron on. It's very rare that I do any baking without or cooking period, without an apron. I love an apron. I'm an apron person. Y'all, I wish you could smell this. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, give me just a second. I'll finish getting this mixed up. I'll bring our baking sheets over here, and we'll put these on our sheets and get them ready to go in the oven. All right, I've got our baking sheets. Our cookie dough is well mixed and combined. So we're going to scoop out about 2-inch balls, roll them, and then we're going to press them. My recipe says they don't spread out much, so you want to take your fork or your fingers and kind of press them down. But we're going to do about 2-inch balls, which is about what my scooper measures out. And the reason that I know this is my little measuring cup here is a 2 tablespoon. It makes about a 2-inch ball. So I did one with each, and you can see that they're pretty much two tablespoons, 2-inch balls in size. So let me make sure I've got y'all in view. Okay, so guys, let's roll this out some. Now this recipe yields a lot. I forget, I've made these so many times. I forget exactly how many cookies they make. I'll let you know once we get it all made up, but we're just gonna roll these out into about 2-inch balls, getting them all about the same size so that they cook evenly. And I told my husband that I would make him some cookies today because it's been a minute since I've made some cookies. I made the red velvet cookies for Valentine's Day, but I'm talking about cookies that'll actually go in and fill my cookie jar up. So that's why I'm working on these today. Let me just spread those out because I at least want to get, I think I can get 12 on each. Baking sheet. I'll tell you what I'm going to have to invest in is one of those large cookie sheets, the large ones, so I can do both of mine. If I'm spreading them out about 2 inches, I get 12 on each, and I've got 2. I can cook 24 at a time, but if I had one of those big, large baking sheets, I could probably cook these a lot faster. But probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake 2 sheets, 2 baking sheets, take those out, put them on a cooling rack, and put another baking sheet in. Because if I recall right, excuse me, I think these make like 32 cookies maybe. My memory fails me. It's been a couple of months since I've made these. But anyhow, well listen, I mean, y'all seen, I'm rolling them in little 2-inch balls. Okay, so I'm going to finish rolling these out and then pop these in my 350-degree oven, and they'll cook for about 8 or 10 minutes. And I'll come back. I'll put another baking pan in there, and then when the last sheet is baking, I'll come back and we'll sample one of these together. Okay, all right, I'll see you back here in just a minute. Our cookies are out of the oven. I put them on a cooling rack and let them cool down some, and I transferred them over to this plate. Guys, look at these cookies. They smell so good. They smell so good. I've poured us up a glass of milk. We're ready. We're ready. Y'all know what I do with my cookies. You can't have cookies without milk. You can't have milk without dunking your cookies. Now, I love the Maple Hill 100% organic grass-fed milk. I started buying it, loved it, and I don't usually buy anything else. But anyhow, yeah, we've been waiting for a while now, so let's go ahead and give them a sample. These are the oatmeal chocolate chip, and I added a cup of coconut, sweetened coconut. So we've got toasted oats. We've got the Lily's brand of the little chocolate chip, milk chocolate morsels, and we've got sweetened coconut in here. Let me show y'all the inside of those. Don't they look good? I wish y'all could smell them. Well, you can. You can go get the ingredients and you can make you some. Then you can smell what I'm smelling right now. Let's give them a try. Y'all, it's so beautiful here in Georgia. It is 74 degrees here today. Now, I know you say, what you doing with a sweatshirt on? But it was chilly in my house this morning, and I just couldn't get warm, so I said, I'm going to put me a sweatshirt on. But I'm probably, just like I did yesterday, I went out and sat on my back deck just for about 15 or 20 minutes. It's been so long since I had some vitamin D. I just sat out there. I mean, long sleeves and long pants, but I still sat out there and soaked it up, and it felt so good. I thought, if I sit here much longer, I'm going to go to sleep. But anyhow, I'm going to go sit out there, I think, again, for another 15 or 20 minutes today and just enjoy it, because I don't know how long we're going to have this nice weather like this, but I want to enjoy it while we do. Mercy. Y'all. Delicious. Let me show y'all. Y'all know it's been a minute, but here's Mr. Piggy. He's been empty for a while. So as soon as these are completely cooled down, I'm going to fill his belly full. I told my husband, I'm going to bake you some cookies today. That's delicious. Delicious. And like I said, y'all know that I used the 0-calorie brown sugar and the low sugar content in the Lily's brand of chocolate morsels has less sugar too. So when you're baking, you bake just like you normally bake. You can use regular brown sugar, you can use whatever chocolate chip morsels, the Hershey's chocolate chips, whatever. Great Value brand, Publix brand, does not matter. I just used what I had on hand. And I would imagine even if you wanted to make it even less, you know, with sugar, you could use unsweetened coconut instead of the sweetened coconut. These are my beautiful dishes. Y'all know that I posted that my daughter found me. My first time using them. Well, guys, once again, we got to end another video and say goodbye until next time. But thank y'all, as I always do. Thank you so much for being here and joining me in my kitchen, hanging out with me while I baked us up some chocolate chip oatmeal cookies. I know my husband's going to love them. And y'all make you some. I think that you'd really like them. They're not an overly sweet cookie, but they're delicious. And two things makes a difference. Toasting, if you've got a little bit of extra time and you want to make these cookies, preheat that oven to 350 and put those oats on a baking sheet and toast them up for about 15 minutes. It just releases the nuttiness of that oatmeal and just amps up the flavor of them being toasted. It's just the same as releases those oils. It's the same as toasting up your nuts. But if you've got time to toast your oats and to brown your butter, game changer in amping up the flavor of these cookies. Okay, now you can do softened butter. I have made these without toasting my oats, but rarely do I do that when I make the oatmeal cookies because I just feel like the toasted oats makes all the difference. But I have let my butter come to room temperature and I've just used softened butter. But the brown butter and the flavor, the extra flavor that it gives is worth the little extra time to do that, okay? So thank y'all again. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much following my page. If you like my videos and you like my content, would you please share them and help me get my content out there? I'm grateful for that. No pressure. I'm not pressuring you. If you don't want to share my page, perfectly okay. I just appreciate you being here. But listen, before I go, can I encourage you to be the hands and feet of Jesus and his mouthpiece? And I don't just say that. I do just say that at the end of every video. But find some kind of way to share Jesus with someone. Be his hands and feet. Be his mouthpiece. You don't have to look very far to find somebody who stands in need. Show them a little love and kindness because we all need love and kindness. This world needs a whole lot more love and kindness. They need a whole lot more Jesus. And who better to bring light into darkness other than our vessels that we can be used of Jesus Christ to shed his light with others, okay? So be a blessing to somebody, okay? Until next time, this is Gigi. I'll see you again back in my kitchen real soon. We'll do another great recipe. Probably the next time you see me is because I'm going live Friday for Fruitful Friday. So you will see me live tomorrow, okay? Happy Thursday. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you're getting any of this sunshine, go soak it up and enjoy it. I love you guys. Bye-bye.